One of the unusual traditions, I'll regress, was that when each child got married, they got a farm. This included the girls as well as the boys. When everyone comes back at Thanksgiving, it's a fun time. It involves hunting, quail, and eating. We got up early on Thanksgiving morning and get the dogs out and go into the woods and fields to hunt quail. This is quite a challenge since the quail are quite smart. They only stay in the very dense woods and areas with lots of briars. So it's a bit challenging, but still fun. There's nothing more exciting than to watch the bird dogs hunt for the quail. When they find them, point the covey, and then watch the other dogs back them and point. The thunderous roar of the wings of the quail of the covey rising is just to be unmatched. As Havla Babcock says, in November, my health gets better. To go back to the Thanksgiving meal, it's always filled with turkey, barbecue, casseroles, wonderful desserts, and of course, sweet tea. We have tried to carry on the family tradition, and we will continue to do that. Starting about 20 years ago, when I took over the farm from my father, I realized that with all the fields that were farmed, we really had no access to the land. It was being farmed by people who were farming it for us. And I also noticed that in the streams, there were films, multicolored films on the water. Well, I went to a course for quail development, and they told me about something called riparian buffers. A riparian buffer, its purpose is to filter the water out from the field before it gets to the stream and remove the pesticides and herbicides and fertilizers. Within 3 years of developing these buffers, it was doing just that. Now, I initially developed these buffers because they consist of 2 rows of oaks next to the wetland or ditch or pond, 8 rows of longleaf pine, and 50 feet of native warm season grasses. I initially developed these for quail, pure and simple. Well, as it turns out, I'd become a backdoor conservationist because I realized how much it really was cleaning up the water sources, in addition to providing great habitat for birds. We planted the remaining fields of native grasses, with the exception of about 30 acres. And it has been wonderful to watch the indigo buntings, the red-winged blackbirds, the turkey, the quail, the doves, and all other birds enjoy the seed produced by these grasses. Starting about 4 years ago, I decided it was a good idea to try to get the grandchildren involved in planting some trees. So for 2 Thanksgivings, we planted ball cypress around a couple of ponds, or a pond, I should say, that we have, a small pond. They seemed to enjoy it after the initial little bit of reluctance, shall I say. And last year, we planted oaks around an open field. We'll try to share some of these photographs with you. I hope that you will enjoy what you see, will understand this wonderful tradition, which I hope will go on for many generations. And if you're down in this part of the world near Olathe, South Carolina, we'd love to have you visit. Thank you.